Right, Ian. You ain't blocked on my other channel, are you? Because I don't see you on there, unless you get bored with the game. I don't see you on there, man. Missing you on my other channel. I don't think I've got you blocked on there. If I have, let me know, because I'll have to sort it out, but I don't think I have. Unless you're just bored with the games I play. If you are, then I don't blame you, actually. I get bored with them sometimes. I was going to play it just now, actually, but I thought, nah, sod it. Hello, Angela. How's it going, girl? So I thought I'd do a little coffee one. I was going to play this Miss Survival, but I thought I'll give it a day off, kind of thing. I'm on it practically every day. I wasn't feeling too good today, actually. Very tired, headache, felt a bit nausea, so I decided to stay in bed. Hello, Jessica. Yeah, new mattress is here. New mattress. Thank you to my son James for buying me a new mattress. He couldn't stay, he just bought it up, unpacked it, and it took over 2 hours for it to air out. Because with these new mattresses, which is like one of those foam ones, what they're called. I can't fucking remember what it's called. It's like a memory foam, and apparently I had to unwrap it. It's like seal packed, so it's like that thickness, yeah. But now it's like that thick. I tell you, man, it is thick, double the size of my normal kind of mattress. And I know my son said they are quite comfortable, but for me, I'm not feeling the comfy at the moment because I suppose I need to wear it in a little bit, kind of thing. But I tell you, where it is aired out quite a lot, it does feel like I'm sleeping on double mattresses right now because it's kind of high up. So it's just taking time for me to actually lay around on bed and wear it in a little bit, and then maybe it might soften up a little bit, but it does feel a little bit hard sometimes. Still keep getting the old arm ache when I'm trying to lay down, kind of thing. But at least I'm not getting springs stuck in my back like I used to, because I kept getting springs in my back all the time with the old mattress. The old ones outside, near the old recycling bin, along with 4 other mattresses that people have dumped out there. So, people can't say I'm fly tipping when I'm not, because with this area, it does take a while for, the council to come around and pick up stuff. Even the normal bins, sometimes it's left for a whole week before they come around and empty the trolley bins when they should be twice a week, kind of thing. But because of the pandemic, it's putting a lot of people back and putting a lot of delays and God knows what else. So, yeah. All right, thank you. You all contributed to it. Thank you very much. Oh, James was the only one who paid for it, actually, but never mind. But yeah, hello, bottom meter money. What's going on? Not a lot. How's it going, bro? Oh dear, yeah. I wanted to go shopping today, but I just didn't feel too good. As I say, I felt well tired. I had a banging headache, I felt nauseous, a little bit dizzy. So I decided to stay in bed most of the day. Actually, I didn't get up till about 4 o'clock, and I did go to bed early last night. I think I went to bed around about 12. So I was watching the old Jeepers Creeper movies. I watched 1 and 2 last night, and then I've watched the other one today. Jeepers Creepers 3. Just finished watching that. My hair needs cutting again, but I'm not going to cut it just yet while it's still fucking cold. I don't care if my hair's sticking up like a spiky hedgehog. I was actually thinking, going to the barbers and having a Mohican. I've always wanted to see what I look like with a Mohican. Would you reckon, a Mohican on my head? If I kind of I can't cover it, if I do it like that, do I look kind of cool with a Mohican? Would I look cool with a Mohican? Would I look like a Mohican? Would I look like a goddamn spanner, kind of thing? But I've always thought, like, Mohican, would it suit me or not, I can't do it myself. I won't be able to do it myself because it'd be completely, out of shape and everything. So, but I've always wondered about getting one. I'd have to go to the barbers, and that cost me like about 12-15 quid to have it done, which I wouldn't be able to afford to do right now anyway. Money's getting a little bit tight, I'm trying to save. I've still got the money for the computer, a new computer. I need one. I've been saving up the extra little bit, to buy a new one. But this one's working okay again at the moment. I can still play some games, although sometimes the games do lag out because the I don't know if it's the memory or it could be the hard drive, like slowing down while I'm playing it. But if I stop playing while I'm playing and log off and reset the computer and just like clean up, the data cache and the junk files and everything, and go back on the game, and it works pretty good okay again. I did play like a 4-hour version of the Miss Survival the other day, and I didn't have no problems with it. So, why buy a new one if I don't need a new one yet? As long as I try to save the money and not, dip into it, then, I can always buy one probably a bit later. I have actually had a few offers on eBay where I put like a kind of like watch on them, and like 3 out of 5 have sent me like a 20% discount if I wanted one. I thought, nah, I'm pretty sure there's going to be like, the price dropping them later. It's like game consoles, really. A lot of people buying game consoles because, like, the lockdown. And I should actually try to sell some of mine, but I just haven't been bothered with it. I've got like 4 Wii consoles, complete consoles, which I could knock out. I've got about 3 Xbox 360s, which are complete as well and working, and stick. I could stick games on with those. I have been told, a lot of people are buying consoles again, but I just can't be bothered to like go in the living room and dig them all out and make sure they're all working again. I know they are working, but I need to find the right power supply, the right controller, add games to it, connectors, and I just can't be asked. I should have kept them all kind of like in packages when I got them, because when I got them, I did like put them in like packages, but then I had to go in and like pull other bits and pieces out to check out, the other console. If I was able to get a cheaper console at the old car booty, but I just can't be bothered, to be honest with you. Yeah, I know people are still looking for the new PS5. A lot of people got ripped off over the Christmas time, didn't they? And a lot of like the big retailers like Argus and Game and a few other places wouldn't sell them. But I think Argus has got a new stock in actually right now. Funny enough, I had a phone call from Virgin Media yesterday. So I'm thinking, why aren't they taking my first 2 bills out? Because with Virgin Media, when you sign up, they take 2 months billing out when you first start up. And that works out around about £65. Well, I was okay with that because my BT bill used to be about £65 to £69. But now, my Virgin Media is only like about £29 or whatever it is, and I'm getting like triple the bandwidth with Virgin Media than I did with BT. But they phoned me up yesterday and said, "Oh, like, is that Stephen?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Oh, this is so-and-so from Virgin Media. Sorry to bother you, but are you still interested in Virgin?" I said, "Which one about?" He goes, "Well, are you still interested in getting connection?" I said, "Well, you got it, mate. What are you on about?" He goes, "Is that flat, blah, blah, blah?" I said, "No, it's flat, blah, blah, blah." He goes, "Oh." I said, "Mate, when I first signed up, there was an issue with the woman taking the wrong address. And I had to ring them up, and they cancelled that contract, which they first started off with, and had to open a new contract." I goes, "That's what's happened." Then he goes, "I've probably got your old contract details and not your new one." He goes, "Well, I'll just put it in the database and stop other people like calling you." He goes, "Can I just ask you what you use your internet for?" I said, "Well, mainly internet use." He goes, "Do you do gaming?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "What consoles you got?" I said, Well, I've got a PlayStation 3. I've got an Xbox 3. I've got Wii consoles. My PC. He goes, oh, right, so you got Xbox? I said, yeah. Oh, I was going to buy my son an Xbox 5, but they're, so expensive nowadays. I said, well, yeah, of course they are. And I said, the thing is, like, Xbox, when you go to buy an Xbox system, the shop who's selling it should only allow one per person or per household. But people have been going out buying 4 or 5 Xboxes and knocking them out on eBay and like selling them for like triple the money, kind of thing, just scamming and like robbing people, for the extra income. Goes, yeah, I know. He goes, I'm finding it hard to get one at the moment. I said, well, just keep trying. I said, Argus has just got a new stocking apparently. He goes, oh, right, I have to check that. He goes, well, thank you very much. Sorry to disturb you. Put the phone down. I thought, okay, that's a bit of a weird call, But yeah, I think he was a bit confused because, like, when he said the address, I said, yeah, that's downstairs, mate. I don't know if they got it or not, but, this is my original address. I had to explain to him, like, why they closed the contract and, like, reopened a new contract. And that's what's probably happened then, like, So he goes, do you know if the flat downstairs has got Virgin? I said, I don't know, mate. He goes, okay, fair enough. Go do ghost box session tomorrow. I don't know. No, I'm going to do one on the 31st, 3 days time. So I might do a doll session. I might do a ghost box session. I might do a Ouija board session. I don't know because my arm is still playing up quite a bit. Even when I'm moving it, this arm is giving me a lot of pain, especially like from here down to the elbow. So we'll have to see how it goes. I want to do one on the end of the month, but I did say to everyone on here, I might not even start till next month, February, kind of thing. And it depends on what it's like in here. If it's too cold, I ain't gonna do it because it's been fucking cold in here lately. We had snow the other day, which contributed to the coldness in this room. I'm putting more money on my electric heat each week to keep this one room warm, kind of thing. So, and I'm only using one small blow heater, and that is, costing me, I'll tell you, man, it's costing me a lot of money. I used to get away for about £10-15 a week, in the normal summer days, but now, I'm paying about £20-25 a week sometimes. Sometimes less, depends on what I've got running, people saying, well, like, turn that off and turn that off and turn that off, make sure that isn't plugged in, because even when something's plugged in, it's still, drawing electricity. So, and I can't be asked, walking around here bloody, flat finding out, what one's plugged in and what one isn't plugged in and what one, if it is plugged in, if I need to unplug it or whatever, I can't be asked, it's not so much being laziness. Maybe it is, but I just can't be asked, because I've not been feeling well over the last couple of weeks. Still getting headaches, still feeling like nausea, still getting the dizzy spells. So I might have to ring up the doctors like later in the week and see what they say. Hello, Ray. So yeah, hang on. Is my audio working?
Hello, Ray.
Yeah, it is working. Oh, hang on a minute, my audio's not working. Yeah, I don't think Granddad will worry about that, I'm pretty sure he'll be okay. What is going on here? Okay. Not finding your channel on here, eh? Not finding you on YouTube. No results found. Do you have a channel? No, I think I'll wait until the end of the month to do a ghost box when I plan to do it, because then I can just ask, you know, if you know, Jessica, I'm having problems right now. Facebook keeps saying something went wrong. Facebook's been a pain in the arse right now. It's not even. No. Yeah, I think I'm going to have to remove that person, to be honest with you. Just watch what they say, yeah? No, actually, I'm going to deal with it myself, because that sounds like... Sorry, mate, but I don't like your handle, mate. It's the way it's, you know, when you read it, it sounds like raping, not rapping. So, yeah, you can bugger off. No, you need to keep an eye on those kind of like, you know, it could be an instant kind of like YouTube, I don't know, but, you know, people might get, you know, funny about that. Like my daughter, she just mentioned it. So, yeah, I'm not having people like that on here. Like, you know, luckily I'm not doing a stream where I've got people on here, like, you know, talking to me, because if a kid came on here, you know, like on live chat, and you've got people like that under those names, then I'm going to get really slagged off. Who are going to, like, you know, really too into me. You know, to have a name like that is sick enough as it is, you know, kind of thing. Guy needs help, or she needs help, or whatever. What's that in post on Facebook? Welcome to Hotel Death Horrors of Los Angeles. Hotel where serial killers let their hair down are laid bare in Netflix series and detailed mysteries, disappearances, suicides, and grisly murders. Oh, that's the Hotel Cecil. Yeah, it's Hotel Cecil. No, I'm not playing any kind of games like, you know, Phasmophobia, which I wanted to do. So, because like no one wants to play anyway. Yeah, I could go on and join like multiplayers, but you know, it doesn't really kind of like feel it was a good playing, you know, kind of thing when you don't know these people. There's people who are new and at the game, and we could just jump on and have a game, you know, every now and then. Great, but and I've seen a lot of good videos on like different games out there. You know, it's like haunted games and like ghostly kind of games and, you know, terror games and stuff like that. There's a lot of games out there, but I wouldn't want to be buying them, you know, because like, what's the point in buying them when you've got no one to play with them? Hello, Canal, Schofield. Welcome to the chat. I do attend to try and keep an eye out on people's YouTube accounts now. No, only if we can't find you. It don't matter, you know, like, just got to keep an eye on trolls right now. I'm not saying you are, don't get me wrong, but we've just had one on here. I don't want trolls being on here. Because I did set a rule down not long ago. Can't find you on YouTube, you've got no content, no videos, then you're not welcome. Hello, Rose. Hello. You want to come on for a chat? Screw the haters. You know, if you want to come on and have a chat, then I'll send you the StreamYard link through Facebook if you're interested. Have a little chatty. Are you still in that country? I see you uploading a load of videos. I'm thinking, is she still there or is she at home now? You know, it's kind of confusing with you. So I always check new YouTube channels. No law against checking YouTube channels, is there? Yeah, you might have a good channel. I might subscribe to you. If I can't find you, I can't subscribe back to you, can I? Oh, right, okay. So you don't want to come on for a chat? Hello, Private Tomcat. You're welcome to yours. To your what? I ain't seen you do a stream. I've seen you upload streams. I ain't seen you go live, I don't think. I can't remember. My brain's like not functioning as per usual. But we do attempt to keep an eye on people's handles, you know, channels, because like, you know, you might have something decent on there that might be interesting, you know, and I can always come over and subscribe to you and watch your videos. But there was a rule that if we can't find your channel, you've got no content, and you've got no subscribers, then, you know, we tend to block them because sometimes we think that they may be trolls. So, you know, you're not doing anything wrong. It's just one of the rules that we set out, you know, kind of thing. Yeah, well, when you do a stream, like, let me know the day before, and I'll jump on if you're willing to let me. But don't forget, some of your moderators might not like me on it, but tough tilly beep beep. That didn't sound right, did it? I think I'm going more crazy in my kind of like old age, to be honest with you. So, yeah, I've got to sort out my altar table in the next couple of days and get that sorted out ready for doing the stream on the 31st. We will grab a doll or two, get the old K2 meters out, maybe old DC box. I'm not sure what ghost box radio I might use. I might use the Coop box, because the other radios don't seem to be giving me much on them at the moment, but the Coop box usually does. So I use one of those. And it depends on how I feel. You know, if I feel tired and, you know, not energetic, then I won't do a Ouija board. But if I feel a bit better and I feel a little bit of energy, then we'll probably do a Ouija board session. Maybe. So, but I'm hoping to do that at the end of the month, 31st. I need a microchip planted in my brain so I can learn a lot more. So I can't even do what I wanted to do. You know, when we was doing those murder mysteries and unsolved cases, I sat here researching stuff, yeah. You know, reading up about the stuff that we was talking about, but now I can't even concentrate. You know, it feels like my little pee-wee brain doesn't want to function, you know, kind of thing. Sometimes I have difficulties thinking what I'm going to talk about. But yeah, we'll see how it tickles, how it goes on the 31st. What day is 31st? Sunday, isn't it? Yeah, 31st is Sunday. So we'll wait and see how it goes. If I don't do it Sunday, then, you know, which I hope to do it on Sunday. Yeah, but if I don't, then you'll just have to forgive me and I'll sort it out for another day. But I want to do, you know, something Sunday anyway. But I won't be doing any like live stream gaming, and I won't do any live stream like invites, I don't think. So if you're here, you know, you need to like sit and watch and, you know, try to contribute your energy towards the channel so I can try and use that energy to, you know, conjure up something maybe. So, you know, just hope and pray that I'm going to be on Sunday. I don't know what to talk about. You know, I usually talk about any kind of crap, and suddenly I can't think of what to talk about. Yeah, I said earlier, I watched Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2 last night, and I just finished watching Jeepers Creepers 3. And there's supposed to be a Jeepers Creepers 4 coming out, or they're working on it, maybe working on it and thinking of bringing a new one out, which is something to actually do with defeating the creeper itself, you know, kind of like battling him in and then like getting rid of him for indefinite, maybe. I don't know. There's supposed to be quite a few good new movies coming out this year. The new one, which is the King Kong one, looks really good. I'm not sure when that's going to be, you know, like released. I don't know if it's going to be released in the cinema or, you know, on one of the social media sites like, you know, Prime or Netflix or something like that. But it really does look good, this new one. You know, I know King Kong movies are always like, you know, the same kind of crap, you know, kind of thing, but it's the, you know, the graphics and technology, you know, they brought out, and it really does look like a really good movie this time. Not that the other ones ain't been all that good, but they do look freaking good, this one. And like, you know, if they bring it out on social media and say like, you know, $4.99 or $9.99, I'm definitely going to be booking it to watch it. So it really does look good. So I know now with YouTube, they are actually going to be releasing a lot of movies where, you know, you don't have to pay for them. Like, apparently YouTube has decided to release nearly all of the James Bond movies on YouTube free of charge. Now, I've not really like checked that, but that's a news article I read that YouTube is going to release all the James Bond movies. Maybe they do, then I might start watching those again. All right, catch you later, Jess. Good night. Love ya. Give the kids a kiss, yeah. Say hi to the other half. Fucking arm is really. It feels like it's not like a stabbing pain, but it's like, you know, an aching pain, and it feels cold. You know, the arm feels all cold down here. Yeah, all right. Say hello back, Josh and Justin, and the Litland. You know, it just feels like weak sometimes, you know, kind of thing. I was thinking that, you know, now I've got the new mattress, maybe that will kind of like helping laying down, but when I'm laying on it, it kind of like kicks in the pain a little bit time to time. And I've only had this mattress 3 days now. No, so when it came, it was all squeezed in like a air suction kind of like plastic bag kind of thing. And it's like kind of that thick, rolled up in a really massive box. And I said to my son when he brought it in, I said, "Is that it?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, "That's a bit thin." And it goes, "Oh no, you won't until it opens up. You got to open it up, take out the bag, and like lay it out on the air, and like the air will actually like make it kind of like bigger, because it's got to like be aired. So as soon as you put it out on the bed, I still had my old mattress there for a little while, but I'll put that on top, and you could see the air, getting into the actual mattress itself, and you can see the mattress expanding slowly but gradually. And they say this feels like I'm now sleeping on 2 damn like mattresses. It's quite high up. It's soft, but sometimes, the first night I laid on it, it felt kind of a little bit hard, maybe because like it still didn't have enough air like sucked into it. But it's okay. It's memory foam. I was going to keep the massive box, but I thought, no, I'll throw that out. I put it in like in the shed where you got 3 other wheelie bins. I put it in the end one, and I thought I had to go and throw my trash away the same night. No, the day later. Yeah, 2 days ago. When I went to throw my trash in, someone had either taken the box or ripped the box up, and I thought, well, where's the box again? So I don't know. We got a fake. We got a fake Ian on here. Ian, do your trick, mate. We got a fake Ian. I won't worry about it, mate, either. Screw them. Sorry about it, mate. But, you're going to have haters. You're going to have people trolling, trying to stir shit up. Just have to ignore them. Just ignore them, mate. I do. They'll probably come on under my account as well next. No, just keep an eye on the channel, guys. You feel like, there's something going on. Just like, I thought, hang on a minute. Message retracted. I thought, hang on, has he lost his moderator? I thought, no, hang on. Like, I'm like, looked at the hidden message. I thought, no, that ain't him. Not sure what I'm gonna have for dinner tonight. Last night I had one of those like little Indian takeaway things. I'd what is it? Oh God. It's like a chicken rice meal, which I had yesterday, and then I had some ham and cheese later with a bag of crisps. So tonight I probably like got chicken katika, maybe. The other night, when was it? Not last night, night before, I had like a kebab. And the night before that, I had like chicken and chips. So, I was going to go out and buy some more takeaways tonight, for like sticking in the freezer. But so I didn't feel too good, so I stayed indoors. I wonder why they're bringing out information on the Cecil Hotel again. Actually, if anyone wants to read what, actually, let's me share it. It looks quite interesting, actually. Right, so Ian sent me this thing, right? Another thing is you keep getting all these pop-ups. So, welcome to Hotel Death Horrors of Los Angeles Hotel, where serial killers let their hair down and lay bare in Netflix series that details mystery, disappearances, suicides, and grisly murders, crime scenes, Pigeon Goldie or Osgood or whatever, serial killers, Richard Ramirez, 21-year-old Canadian student that naked body was found in the building water tank. That is Alicia Lamb they're talking about. Permanent on February the 10th, crime scene. The vanishing at Cecil Hotel. So that is going to be interesting, but it's on Netflix. I don't have Netflix. Yeah, it shows you, like, you know, about information. Freaking hell, that's got 700 rooms. The hotel was built in 1924 by William Banks. That's interesting. And Charles L. Dix, costing $1.5 million to complete. 700 rooms and marble lobby were designed with tourists and business travellers in mind. The block surrounding the Cecil Hotel became known as Skid Row after an influx of homeless people in the Dunedin area. Haunted history: 6 people reported committed suicide in the hotel in the 1930s alone, while a teen mom threw her baby. Yeah, I saw that. Ghost Adventures. Sam Baggins just done a video on the Cecil Hotel, and it said about a woman who gave birth and threw the baby out of the window. It's also telling you about, you know, Alicia Lamb, Richard Ramirez, and a few other people. We done, if you remember, Elizabeth Short, we did, me and Rose, on the old murder mystery and unsolved cases, and it states here that also known as Black Dahlia, was alleged spotted having a drink at the Cecil Hotel days before a murder in 1947, though the claim remains heavily disputed. Now, remember, she was found dismembered not far from her home, I think it was, or from some famous house, some famous actor, I think. Can't remember with her. I might have to go back and watch that video on the Black Dahlia, Elizabeth Short. Hotel Cecil has always had a dark personal. Well, remember, we spoke to Alicia Lamb, and she says that basement has more darkness to it than anyone ever knows. You know, we can't prove we talked to Alicia Lamb, but, you know, we apparently did speak to her a couple of times, and, you know, she said that she'd like to come back and talk to us again sometime, maybe. You know, her murder or her death was a very big, kind of like, what's that word I'm trying to think? Oh, God, I wish I would keep wanting to say words and can never remember them. It was a very big mystery how she got into that water tank. You You know, why would she take all the clothes off and then jump in there? Because on Zak Bagans at Ghost Adventure one, it showed you a clip where they had the police like checking the water tanks, and they said her body was floating and the clothes were actually removed. Famous as show investigation hotel, most recent history. Death of a Canadian student. But, you know, two of the hotel's most infamous guests were Richard Ramirez, better known as the Night Stalker, and Australian killer Jack Unterweger, or whatever his name is, once called their Cecil home. Ramirez killed 13 people in California in the mid-1980s and lived in a room on the hotel's 14th floor. Or Zak Bagans and his crew did actually do investigations in Ramirez's room and got some weird kind of like activity on him, on like, you know, on his investigation. If anyone wants to read that, if anyone wants to read that themselves, there's the link. Oh, there's been more suicides in there than you know. I'll tell you, man, there's been more suicides in there than we've known of. And like that on January the 31st, holy crap, I'm thinking about doing a stream on 31st. Lam stopped using her phone and she was last seen in surveillance footage on February the 1st, behaving strangely in a hotel elevator, appearing to hide from some source, something or something. So I'm not saying that she's going to come through and talk to us, but wouldn't it be crazy? So like, you know, we do a Ouija board, suddenly like Alicia Lam comes through. Now that'd be fucking crazy. No, I'm not saying it's going to happen. You know, it's up to the spirits if they want to come through and communicate with us. But you know, why did I say that I wanted to do a Ouija board on the 31st and I didn't notice because like Ian just sent me this about 15 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago. See, the thing with Alicia Lam here, right? If it's got cameras all over the hotel, there must be hidden evidence. Now, there's got to be evidence on where she came out of that elevator, all right, and made her way up to outside where the water tanks are. What happened to the, you know, that kind of information? Police believe Lam, who was bipolar and had been staying in a hotel, had been there for 2 weeks by the time she was found. No information about her final movements, including how she got onto the roof and into the tank, has been confirmed. Lima's death was officially ruled accidental. Oh, bullshit. There's information. There's like video. It's got to be video, which was captured on CCTV and withheld for some reason. Unless the demonic dark entity that resides there was somehow able to get to the CCTV and delete certain kind of like video clips, which I can't see, you know, like. I know, like, people say, like, you know, spirits can interact and manipulate, you know, like the TV, you know. Of course, I've been at Pete's house when, you know, the TV turned on by itself, and it shouldn't have done. You know, we get them coming through ghost boxes and stuff like that. You know, there's been like video evidence of like, you know, apparitions and stuff like that as well. But can a spirit really actually delete content from a video? will have been a good spirit. Well, not a good spirit, but a negative spirit or something demonic. I don't know. I'm going to have to go and watch that later. Not watch it, read it. It's welded. How can it be welded close? How the hell was it welded close? Was the other three? How many was there? How many? Hang a minute. How many tanks was there? There's 4 tanks. Lamb's naked body was found afloat in the water tank on the roof on February the 19th. After hotel guests complained the water tasted and smelled bad. Now, there was a little clip on Ghost Adventures where a woman apparently stayed there, and she was interviewed and said, we've been drinking that water for days. We didn't know that there was a body in that water tank. So just think how she felt like drinking, contaminated water of a dead person in a water tank. Oh man, that made me really puke. Now, puzzling CCTV footage of the last movement. The bulk of the trailer or crime scene focuses on Lamb's disappearance and the puzzling CCTV footage of the last moments. She checked into the hotel on January 26, 2013, after travelling from British Columbia, Canada, where she was studying, on her way to Santa Cruz. On January 31st, Lamb stopped using her phone. So that was possibly the night she went missing. Because they state that her body, or the last known of her, was on I think the 1st of February. She was last seen in surveillance footage on February the 1st, behaving strangely in the hotel elevator, appearing to hide from someone or something. Now, if you think, with all the kind of shit that's gone on in that hotel, suicides, murders, you've had probably 2 or 3 people, serial killers resided there and killed people. They probably done research and probably not research, but how can I put it? They probably investigated in the rooms that when someone dies, you're going to get a coroner or you're going to get a detective, taking prints and statements and wanting to find out more what went on in that room. But if anyone, I know Zak Bagans did do on his video, that they did do kind of an investigation in the actual basement. But has the police ever done any kind of investigating in the basement? Because when we was doing our stream with Alicia Lamb, if it was ever going through, she said that there was more down in the basement that people don't even know about, kind of thing. There was sacrifices down there and satanic worshipping and all that kind of stuff down there, yeah. And there's even things that are buried down there. So why haven't the police kind of investigated more down in the basement? Now, on Zak Bagans' Ghost Adventures video the other day, which I did watch, he stated that they're going to be the first and only people in there to do the documentary. So is Bagans bullshitting? Because why is this all coming out on Netflix later? It can't be an investigation that Bagans has done and it's gone on Netflix. Oh, there we go. Right. He can be blocked. Same fucking troll from the other day going about a fucking fleece. Go screw yourself. If anyone comes on talking about a fleece or jacket, yeah, or hoodie, block them. We had that idiot, the same, well, we had that idiot here the other day, well, about a week ago. And I'm saying, what are you on about? You know, he kept going on about a fucking hoodie, a black hoodie. I've got hoodies, yeah, but they're my own hoodies that I bought, you know, years ago. You go, no, it's, you know, a hoodie and a t-shirt. You know what? I won't do what I was going to say, but go take a run and jump. Don't worry, Rose. Just ignore them. Well, someone posted my name, my whole address on my live stream not long ago, and I took screenshots and I sent it to the officer in charge, and they are looking into it. They are looking into it. That's it, Jane. That's it. You tell them, girl. I never knew you swore. Yeah, I don't really want to be talking about that, Ulrich, to be honest with you, because like, there's just so much that I still do not believe in that bollocks. I don't believe in it. No. I know they locked down the schools and they're meant to be opening them again on the 8th of March. You know, not long ago it said that, you know, so many people have died over it, and suddenly, like, over the last 3 weeks, it's kind of like accelerate. Well, not accelerate. It's gone like, you know, gone down rather quickly than it came up. It's just propaganda bullshit. It's bullshit, and I'd always will say it's bullshit. There's a woman got arrested, right, and taken to court from a hospital, right. She went into a hospital with a camera, and there was supposed to be wards that was meant to be filled with people with the virus, yeah. And she walked around with a camera, and it went on social media, and she said, "Well, where's all these people then?" And then, like, the hospital contacted the police. The police found out who it was. She got arrested, and then she was taken to court, and she's having to pay a fine. And the hospital was saying, "No, we had like 200 people with the case, you know, with the virus." Well, there was 200 people. Where were they? You know what? She walks around with a camera, and she saw no one. She said that hospital was like, you know, so quiet. So where were they? Where was all these people? In the basement or something? Locked up in cells? But it's just bullshit. You know, it's bullshit. I don't really want to talk about it. It's just like political propaganda bollocks. That's all I'm going to say. What are they going to do? Come knock on my door and arrest me for saying it's propaganda, political bullshit? There's hundreds of thousands of people thinking the same thing as me right now. No. If I wanted to talk about it, I'd do a whole fucking stream about it, I would. But you got to be careful on what you say on social media nowadays, because, like, you can have your channel taken down, you can, like, you know, have the old bill knocking on your door and arresting you. It's just, like, mention certain things. And I can't take that risk at the moment. I don't want to take that risk or chance. So I just ain't going to worry about it. I ain't going to talk about it. All I'm going to say is I've just said 3 times, political bullshit. No, it may be true, yeah, but the numbers do not count up. Fake numbers all the time. All the time. In the news, they keep saying about, people are going to have to like suffer and go into poverty because like they're going to be stopping that money that we've been getting since last year, April last year. And like, if it stops, a lot of people going to go into poverty, lose their homes, be out on the street. But now they're saying, oh, we're going to like give £1,000 to everyone on universal credit as a one-off payment. So what happens, like, if they do that, and you get £1,000 payment, what's it going to be like next year? Are we going to all be back at work and be able to afford to pay our bills and survive on the shopping costs and cost of living, all that shit? Or are they going to have to like look into it again next year? They reckon it's going to be like 116 billion or something. And they're going to be paying like, well, that don't work out right. If it's like 6 million unemployed or on universal credit, that's only going to be 6 billion. Where's the other 10 billion coming from? So they're saying it's 16 billion. And if they pay like £1,000 to each person, that's not even 6 billion, is it? No, if it's 600,000, then it's probably like, I don't know, my math's sucking anyway, but bullshit. I know we're entitled to speeding and freedom, but they take that away from us, Jane. They've taken away our freedom to move around. They've taken away the freedom of speech. There's now laws that they brought out last year that we can't even do certain things. Can't remember what the law was, but apparently about like 500 pages or something with new laws. The police can actually arrest you and take you down the police cell if they even think you got the COVID virus and make you take the test. You could be perfectly well, you may not have had a flu or cold for all your, there are people out there who's never been affected by a cold or a flu. There are very healthy people out there, yeah. Now they could go and pull one of these very healthy people out and take them down their neck. And if they like say, no, I've never had a cold or flu in my whole lifetime, the police have the power to make you take it. And if you don't, you can be locked up for it. You can be locked up for not having a test. What? Don't they think the police got a lot more to handle? A lot more things to do than actually arresting innocent people because they think that they may or may not have the virus. Now, if it's like one of those pandemics where, everyone's like dropping down dead and turning into fucking zombies, yeah, fair enough. But they're not. That's why I like playing these zombie games, because like if ever a fucking apocalypse does happen, because everyone's like dropping down dead and being eaten by zombies, then at least I have a knowledge on how to like survive, I suppose. I've got wood, so I can make myself a bow. I can make myself arrows. And that's what I would use as a weapon, a bow and arrow. I wouldn't go out looking for a gun. Because if you shoot a zombie, you're going to attract a horde of zombies. But if you've got a silent weapon, like a mini weapon, like a sword or a machete or bow and arrow, like straight through the head. The other ain't going to know about it, are they? So that's why I play these games, just in case there's some kind of pandemic that might happen. I probably won't survive long. I'll probably end up turning into a zombie myself. But this isn't like it's a war against humanity. As I see it, it's a war towards humanity. We've had, how many world wars have we had? You know, we've had battles, you know, we've fought conflicts. We've had 2 world wars. And like, who was it? I think it might have been Dave I spoke to on here or someone. I think it was Dave. You know, how would they benefit over a like one of those kind of what are they called? Biological warfare, where they make more money on weapons. You know. I wouldn't be. There was true stories that there were originally live walking zombies in Africa at one time. People were dropping down dead. They'd been buried, and suddenly, like, you know, they've kind of like clawed their way out of the coffin and seen them walking around just like normal again, you know, kind of thing. And those classing these people were zombies. Because like people would, you know, it wasn't just like in Africa, but in a few other countries, people were just dropping down dead. I think it was like either natural causes or some kind of like disease they caught. Some people were actually waking up before they got buried, luckily enough. And like they started going, oh, like, you know, fuck, he's a zombie because he's died. He's come back, you know, alive again. Yeah, I wouldn't survive that long on a fucking apocalypse. You know, I wouldn't go out looking for a gun. You know, I don't have a lot of food in the cupboard anyway, yeah, but I could always jump over the balconies, and hopefully, if people aren't there, I can just smash the window and go in and get whatever food positions, whatever food is there, you know, food and drinks and stuff. But if there's someone there, you know, which is turned into a zombie, you know, zombies can be fucking hard nuts, you know, they can be very strong. So I'm going to have to find a weapon which I can like use, can like take them out within like the first blow. Now, most of my tools are up at my bushcraft. You know, my axe is up there. My bushcraft knife is up there. My saw is up there. My spade is up there. So, like, you know, I ain't going to be able to defend myself off that well. Unless, like, you know, you break into a house and you find someone's got a lot of, like, gardening tools. And the only people who have gardening tools are the people downstairs. And that means, like, climbing down and hoping they're not going to be in there. If you can break into the house and, like, you know, then you can get a spade or a pickaxe and use those against, like, a zombie. I think the next war, if another war happens, it's going to be with them up there, aliens. I reckon we're going to be invaded by aliens. Not in our lifetime, you know, probably in the next, like, 100 years or so, maybe, when we're all dead and buried. Sorry about that, Jane. Yeah, I have problems with my knee sometimes with the arthritis. And I won't be able to swing stuff with my left arm because my left arm feels dead sometimes. Even my right hand is like kind of weak sometimes as well. But can you just imagine trying to fight off a horde of fucking zombies? Or even one zombie if you're not well enough. Can you hear the noise they're making upstairs? The amount of banging they do. And I have to suffer with that every fucking night. With them bang, 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 bang. I know kids can be noisy. And I can hear the kid running around sometimes, but that ain't a kid. That's an adult or a teenager banging around. So I can't be bothered to wear slippers like I do. You know, I've even thought like sometimes I'll put a fucking radio on, blare it out at night time. Fuck them. If they start complaining, I say, well, you know what it's like now, living with a noisy neighbour. I don't want to be reporting them. I'm not a person who report them. No, I'll try to have a word with them before, you know, if they still continue, then I'll report them. And I've asked her a couple of times, you know, to keep the noise down. Yeah, sorry, you know, it's the kids. Well, can you try to keep the kids a little bit more quiet? But your kids, you know, you can't keep quiet. Kids will be kids, I know that, but that ain't a kid. That's an adult banging around. And they know I suffer with chronic headaches. I told her I've had headaches for 10 years. You know, nausea. You know, I'm full of stress and anxiety and stuff like that. Now that was what the little kid running, you can hear. But that ain't. No, if I had the money to move, I'd move. I'll go and move where my sister is, down in Dartford or Bexley. You know, try to get a house like she's got where she's got a garage so I can put all my shit in there. Because two of my sisters live quite near to each other, a few minutes walk each way. No, I wish that, you know, before I got married, you know, I wish that I got married and was able to stay where my mum was, because she had like 3-bedroom house. And there's only my 2 younger sisters that were staying there, I think, at the time. My other sister had, like, you know, moved out. And we could have, like, lived in that place. You know, we would have had our own room to share, but, you know, eventually my other 2 sisters would have moved out, and, like, I could have, like, taken that place over. And we would have had a 3-bedroom house, but my ex-wife didn't want to do it that way. She had her own way, as usual. She wanted to be with her friends and, like, you know, her employer, when she could have found a job down where we lived. There's big fucking houses where we lived, you know, big posh houses where she could have worked. But she didn't want to do that. Yeah, well, I won't ever have that happen to me again, Jane. No, if I go into a relationship, that's all it'd be, a relationship. I will never get married again. I don't think I'll even want any more kids. Well, I'm too old to have, you know, not me, but depends how old the female was. You know, she wanted to have kids, and I had to say, so you'll have to adopt them. You know, because I wouldn't want any more kids. My 3 are enough. I love my kids dearly. They know that. You know, I'll take a bullet for my kids if I had to, but that wouldn't ever happen, I don't think. But I've got my kids. I've got you know, my grandsons. Got 2 grandsons now. You know, I love them all dearly, you know, kind of thing. But I wouldn't want any more kids. You know, if I met someone who had kids, then fair enough. And yeah, okay, I'm okay with that. Because even with my ex-wife, you know, she already had a kid from her ex-husband who was in the army, and I've met her. Brian, his name is, and he's a great kid. You know, he's married and got his own kids now. And like sometimes he'll say, you know, happy birthday to me on my birthday, or you know, happy Christmas or something on Facebook. But I don't talk to her family that much. But they still, you know, think about me and ask about me sometimes. But yeah, she was married before, and I asked her, you know, what happened, and she told me. And yeah. Yeah, we've all done our bit for mankind. I want to say things, but I don't want to say things because some people might think, you know, it's kind of disrespectful, and you know, I'm going to get probably a lot of slagging off about it. So the things I want to say, I'm not going to say, to be honest with you. So I could put myself in shit as well, kind of thing. Which I don't know me doing. Still got enough shit going on in my life as it is with certain people. Yeah, 9 o'clock. I'll probably have chicken katika, takeaway rice thing tonight. I can't really say half the stuff I want to say because people might take it, negatively, I suppose, and I don't want to be saying the wrong things to cause people to come on me and slag me off. But as I keep saying, it's bullshit. What's going on right now is bullshit. And I said a few weeks ago, you watch in the media. There's going to be more riots. There's going to be more people going on the street and what's that word? Petitioning or whatever it's called about things. And it's happened. It's happened. I just wondering if spirits telling me this information and saying what's going to happen next. Like they actually say that in some countries the army's been brought in already, and what I'm seeing and hearing at the moment is that they might even bring out the army, like the Home Guard, or like in America it's like National Guard. Here it's the Home Guard. They're thinking about bringing them out and blocking off roads and turning people away, saying if they catch people out on the street in a car when they ain't supposed to on a lockdown, that can put them in prison as well. They can be arrested, taken down the old nick, taken to court, prosecuted, fined. This world at the moment is like, it's gone down the shithole, ain't it, really? Think about it. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, Yurik. The old stress. Well, it is stressing people out, isn't it, really, if you think about it? This will sort the wheat from the chaff. I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah, if you think about it, no, they had all this foretold in movies years ago. Chinese movie brought out a movie regarding this virus coming out and causing an upturn with the population, with the government, all that kind of shit. That was, God knows how many years ago, but it was done. And they actually named the virus on the actual movie. Now, I know that we've had corona out for several different, you reckon there are, several types of corona. So I reckon this one's worse than the last one. It's worse than the last one. It's a different strain. Right, you get different strains of a flu and a cold, yeah, fair enough. But how different, how more effective is it? How more dangerous is it to the last one? If you think how many kind of like scientist research that came out, and said, oh, well, this medication works, that medication will stop you from getting it, that medication will kind of like deter you from getting it. There's supposed to be like 20 plus vaccines out there, but you can't get the vaccine. They don't tell you where to go and get it. They don't tell you how much it is. All they do is, go and get a test. Well, we can get the test. Even the doctors don't know where to get the test from because they're not updated with the medical site. The people in the government. Yeah, well, they all mutate, don't they? Of course they fucking do. But, any kind of strange, like over the last 3 weeks, it's kind of like mutated so badly that so many more hundreds of thousands of people are going to die. And suddenly, like 3 weeks later, like they're not getting as many cases as they thought they was going to be getting. It's kind of like quieting down again, just like the first time it came out, then the second time it came out, then the third time, which has been this one. Where's it going to be a fourth and a fifth? Is there going to be more lockdowns? This time with the, army being involved and having like a soldier at the corner of each street stopping you from going out. They've closed down the schools again. Just think what that's doing with the schools, and they're learning and like trying to go out and betting themselves later on, their exams and trying to get a decent job at the end of it. Fucked all the kids up, innit? Screwed up hundreds and thousands of people job wise. 2 million, I think it was, they said last year that 2 million people were signed up on Universal Credit because they lost their jobs. We didn't have this fucking years ago. You had the virus and they tried treating it. You weren't like, trying to find vaccines and like, doing what they're doing now 2, 3, 4 years ago, were they? What's so different now? It's just a virus. A virus they can't handle or control like any other virus. Even with the flu virus, you're going to get different strains of it, aren't you? Each strain could take lives. Some may kind of like live through it, kind of thing. We've had, if you think about Victorian times, before the Victorian times, we had the Black Plague, we had the Yellow Death. We had different strains of like viruses that was going, throughout the whole UK and different countries as well. Every country has a pandemic, I suppose, of like flus and colds and viruses. And they didn't do what they're doing now then, did they? They didn't say, right, lockdown. They didn't say, right, okay, we're going to close businesses down, and those businesses are going to like have to like sack and make millions of people unemployed. They think they know everything when they don't. They are lying to us, and I can't take my channel down because everyone is, well, not everyone, but there's hundreds of thousands of people probably talking about it daily on on social media saying that they are lying to us. If they're not lying, where's the proof? Where is the proof in black and white? And even in black and white, it can be faked, lied about. it's just bullshit. Now they should let people get on with their lives. If you're concerned about it, yeah, and you don't want to go out, then that's up to them. You lock yourself down. You hibernate in your own home. You get all your shopping and everything, ordered and delivered to your home. You wear your masks, you wear your gloves, you wear your fucking medical hats if you've got one. No, I didn't really want to go onto this actually, but Ulrich's fault. I just don't believe what's going on. Just like hundreds of thousands of other people, like that woman going in the hospital, video in the hospital, and there weren't no beds taken. Departments were closed down because they were empty, and she got arrested and had to pay the fine for it. And she's trying to prove a point. In the paper, she was arrested for going on a march regarding, this months earlier or something, yeah. But she just wanted to go out and prove a point. So she went in the hospital with a camera and recorded it. Went on social media, got taken down. She got arrested, taken down in Nick, ended up in court, paying a fine. And the hospital was like denying it all. Oh, we got 200 people suffering with it. Well, where was the 200 people when she was videoing it? Does that make sense? Where were they? Down in the basement? Or down in the colony? The virus. I think with me, a virus would have to, you're trying to heal yourself, don't you? A lot of medication is not going to help you. Some might do, might fight bacteria. So you get stabbed or shot or something, yeah. You put a band-aid or you cover the wound. There are funguses that people reckon that you cut yourself and it gets infected. Put a fungus on, and they heal your wound. It's like with maggots. Now, people say this is gross, but if you put maggots on an infected wound, the maggots will eat the infection, right? And that should then clear any bacteria away from, that cut or wound or whatever, yeah? They used to use it in, apparently in the Civil War times, using maggots. Even in third world countries, they use maggots and certain worms and grubs and stuff like that to get rid of bacteria. They use moss, different types of moss and fungus to help to clean the bacteria up. And nowadays it's all tablets, aspirin, paracetamol, and ibuprofen, and God knows what other stuff you use for medical research. What we use for illnesses. But they don't realise a lot of this medical stuff gives side effects. My antidepressants gives me psoriasis, which is a dry skin complaint on my legs. So that is actually affecting your system, your body. When I went to get some medication for my headaches, right, a couple of years ago, they prescribed me some medication, right? They said, try this, don't use ibuprofen, don't use paracetamol, whatever, use this. This is going to help. Guess what the side effects were? Chronic headaches. Well, if I'm trying to get myself better by using medication to stop these chronic headaches, why is this medication going to give me side effects and give me even more chronic headaches? Look, I fucking threw them back in the cupboard and never touched them again. So I use ibuprofen. Ibuprofen does help. So, it just, there ain't no real kind of like medication out there what can actually cure most diseases and viruses and stuff like that. I think they can. All these medical research companies coming out with like medication saying it's going to work, and they've got no real proof that it's going to work. They make it in like the billions, thinking they're going to help the public, but they're not. They're profiting at the public, aren't they? They're profiting off the public. It probably cost them like a penny to make like 100,000, or just say like 1,000 tablets, from some kind of like ingredient that they use, right? Or say 10p for 1,000, because they make it, manufacture it by the millions, don't they? So once they've made it, they stick a price tag on it. With the ibuprofen, I'll get 3 packets for £1, yeah, and you get 16 tablets in there. So how much does that cost to make 1 packet? If it's cost me £1, so that's like about 30 odd pence for a packet of 16. So how much does it cost to make 1 tablet? Probably 0.01p or something, So like, that's probably like, there's 16 in there, 0.016 pence or something, Until the time you sell it, they're making profit, aren't they? Once they make profit, that's all they worry about, it's making profit. It doesn't give a shit if that works for you or not. They make you, it's like making you believe it works when it doesn't work. I know they kind of like help. It hasn't worked. It hasn't got rid of my headaches constantly. I do use them because they do help a little bit. But it's not an actual cure, is it? And they're saying like there's possibility of cures out there. What's all these cures? Now, if you watch the media, which I stopped watching, but if you watch all the media, then they're saying, these companies like believe that they found a cure. Well, why ain't out there in the market, and why is it not on sale? Because I know if it works, and they can like manufacture it for millions of people, they're going to make trillions, even billions of dollars or pounds, aren't they? It's false pretense. They make you think it's going to work. They make you buy something that doesn't fucking work. But anyway, let's get off this topic here, because it's stressing me out a little bit now. I know any of you want to keep going on about it. I'm fed up with it. Keep saying it's a lot of bollocks. If people have died from it, then I do feel sorry for the people who have died. But how many people do you know that's died from it? How many friends or family? Where's all these numbers coming from? But yeah, so I think I'm going to have my dinner soon. I'm getting a bit hungry. My stomach's getting a bit rumbly. My stomach's rumbling. I'm hungry. I'll have to go soon, because I'm getting hungry. Oh, what I've had to eat today was four biscuits, 4 custard cream biscuits that I had behind me. And I had that before I came on here. With these, right, I only take them when I get a headache or if my arms give me a lot of pain. They say like take 2, then another 2 every 4 hours. I don't do that. I'll only take them when I need them. There's only been like the odd occasion where I've taken like probably a whole 16, but not in one go because that'd be an OD. I've had 16 within like 2 days. But these I opened the other day, a couple of days ago, and I still got 2 in there. I did buy 3 more packets the other day, but they're not like the red packet. It's a different kind of packet, and like they're like the little bullet-shaped ones, not the round ones. I took a couple of those, and they didn't really help with the headache. So I thought, well, maybe they're different kind of like ibuprofen, different strength. These ones, I'm not sure. These are like 200 milligrams. Like the other one's supposed to be 200 milligrams, but they didn't really help my headache. It was like my Tassapain. I've got me 30 ml ones, but yeah, I've got 30 ml over there. These are my 15 ml. And the doctor goes to me, well, why do you need 45? I said, well, because you put me on 45 originally. And what I do is that I try to cut down on them. So like, if I'm very depressed, if I get one of those very depressed for all days, then I'll have 45, the whole 45, sometime during the daytime, kind of thing. But if I'm not, if I feel only partial depressed, like halfway, then I'll have the 30. But if I'm just minor depressed, like anxiety or something, I feel like really, well, not down, but if I feel like a little bit depressed, a bit fed up, then I'll take the 15. So I kind of like, I'm trying to lower my dosage down in one way, I said to him, so I can eventually come off them later. And he goes, well, yeah, that's a good idea. But don't stop taking the 45. If you're very depressed, take the 45. And I know with those, if you miss a dose, then it's okay. Like if I take one tonight and not one tomorrow night, it's still in the system for 48 hours. But if it's after 48 hours, then that can be a little bit dangerous, apparently, because it's not like a proper withdrawal symptom. I really wanted to go out shopping today, actually, but so I wasn't feeling too good. Massive headache, felt nausea, I felt a bit dizzy. So I just laid on bed and slept for half the day, kind of thing. But I do need, like, do my shopping. I need to get, like, my junk food, my crisps and biscuits, and get some more frozen food stuff. Maybe some tin food. With potato chips, crisps. Sometimes I'll have the odd little chocolate bar here, like, so I can, like, munch on that sometimes. So if I'm kind of, like, hungry but not hungry, as long as I've got something to have, like, a little munch on, then I'm okay with that one. I'm not heard of that tramadol. Yes, I have tramadol. I think I went on to that one day and it made me feel more fucking depressed than anything else. I think I still got maybe the packet out there from a few years ago. I was looking for my hay fever tablets the other day, and I know the doctors won't prescribe hay fever tablets anymore. You've got to buy them now over the counter. And I knew I'd like the odd packet around somewhere. I was hunting around for them and I found them, and it's just like, one carton left. And although they're like 2 years out of date, I still took one and it still helped. So, with medication, they say like, don't use anything out of date, expiry date. bollocks. You know, I have wasted food that way as well, where it's been like expiring, you know, like bread. I don't eat a lot of bread, you know, the fibre. I buy like a small loaf and I'll have like a sandwich or a couple of sandwiches for the week, you know, kind of thing. I don't intend to eat the whole loaf of bread. And my sister and my mum's always saying, freeze the bread, freeze the bread. I can't do it that way because, you know, when you freeze it, you know, once it starts like defrosting, it's going to go soggy in it, you know, kind of thing. I ain't going to eat soggy bread. So now I just like throw it away. As soon as I see like a little touch of mold coming on it, that's in the bin. So with my mushrooms, I love mushrooms. I love like cooking pork, having Mexican rice and like, you know, gravy and mushrooms. And I had that last week actually. And there's mushrooms that I bought the previous week that still looked okay, but I bought a fresh lot as well. And I could have like used the old ones and mixed them in with the fresh lot, but I didn't. I threw the old ones away and used the whole packet of the new ones. Hello, Rose. Welcome back. I'm going to go soon because I'm getting hungry. Oh, God. How that hurt. Stretched my arm a bit too much there. Now, when I was bushcrafting, I bought these books on eBay. How to identify edible mushrooms, right? And there were mushrooms growing when my bushcraft was. Rainier's Essential Bushcraft, a handbook on survival skills from around the world, telling you what kind of like stuff you can eat. And Food from the Wild, I also bought. And the only ones that I actually went by was, you know, the blackberries, and I was trying to find some strawberries, which I think I did see, but I wasn't too sure about. I always wanted to try that, like, know the stinging nettles. You know, you touch it, it stings you, and like, you know, it really does give you a little bit of pain for a little while, you know, that, and it makes your hand or whatever you sting kind of numb. It stings for a little while, but then it goes all numb. Now, a lot of people do swear that the stinging nettle tea is really good for you. Now, I was talking to my landowner about it one day. He goes, yeah, I've never tried it. Yeah. I said, no. So there's plenty of land in there. He goes, yeah. He goes, you can have one. I said, nah. I said, no, my luck. I probably won't boil it enough and I'll probably go sting inside my mouth. But funny enough, I've just turned it to that page. White dead nettle. You got the white dead nettle. And then you got another nettle. Red dead nettle. And then you got another one, which I can't find in this one. But you got the two nettles there. And if you cut, the best ones to do, right, is pick them from the top. All right, pick them from the top. Now use a glove or whatever. Stick them, boil the water first, all right? And then stick the nettles in the boiling water and let it boil for about 5 to 10 minutes, yeah? Depends on how strong you want it. And apparently, when you've actually boiled the stinging nettles, it's actually making like a tea for you. It's supposed to be very nice. But I never did try it. You know, because every time I went down to look for ones, the ones I found had like bird shit on it. So, you know, there's millions of fucking stinging nettles everywhere, but I just didn't, you know, I kind of thought, well, no, my luck, I'm going to like sting inside my mouth, you know, kind of thing. Or I might not like it and I've boiled the water, you know, for that amount of time and wasted the water. But there's a lot of stuff in here. Regarding like, you know, plants you can eat. You can eat the nuts of the oak tree. Chestnut. Can't find no chestnut actually. You can actually make bark tea from certain bark tree. Sap, which is good for like medical purposes. You got the blueberry, gooseberry, wild strawberry, crab apple. Crab apple is the one what you meant to cook. And I've actually eaten a raw crab apple without cooking it. It's really sharp and bitter. Didn't like it. But the blackberry or the bramble, which they say here, I love eating those. But I couldn't find any where I was bushcrafting. Eventually, I did find a few, but it's like 2 or 3 little like bushes, and that's it. You know, you got your elderberries, and you got your barberries. You know, there's so many kind of berries like wild cherries, and you know, there's like these little berries about that small, red ones. But some of them you can eat, and some of them you can't. Some of them are like toxic and poisonous. But the problem with me, I'll probably go and think it's the right one, go and pick it, eat it, and fucking poison myself and drop down dead and become a zombie or something. But you know, you got all this here about different kind of like mushrooms. There's so many different mushrooms, and you know, there's different types of fungus you can pick and eat. There's meant to be like fungus or mushrooms that's similar to each other. One you can eat and one you can't. Yeah, I know I'm hungry. You just have to wait for a while. But you know, I've had to look through some of those books. I've not read all through them. But I just like, you know, scan through them and think, well, maybe tomorrow, if I go out, you know, if I see them, then I can like probably think about picking them. I don't really go on like, you know, YouTube channels. You know, I've watched a few like bushcraft channels where they explain what you can and can't eat, you know, kind of thing. And they kind of like give you a rundown on certain plants or berries that you can eat and you can't eat. So, you know, I do keep an eye out on some of the YouTube channels. If I'm signed on to my bushcraft channel and like a new video comes up, then I'll see what the videos are about. And if it's like something interesting, I'll watch it. If I don't, then I won't. So I have got a lot of like, you know, videos on like, you know, I subscribe to a lot of channels on bushcrafting. And when the summer weather gets here again, I'll be back up there at the old bushcraft camp. As long as I'm just hoping it's still intact and hasn't been pulled down and burnt down or ripped to shreds or been broken into. So I've still got all my tools up there. So you watch from like when I started building that cabin of mine, yeah, or hut or shack or whatever you want to call it, yeah. I made that bed thing, didn't I? And there's a bit where you pull some of the, like the sticks out. It's this side, I think it is, where you pull like some sticks up, and you can drop your tools down inside there instead of hanging up so people can see them. So I'm hoping that, you know, I'm not. Well, when I was there last time, they were still there anyway. You know, I went up there mainly to get me tripod, camera tripod, which I left up there, which I did bring back. And I was thinking about bringing the tools back, but I thought, no, I'm going to need them when I go back up there. I don't want to keep like taking them back up because the tools are bloody heavy. You know, especially the axe and the saws and, you know, your bushcraft knife. You know, it's all weight, and I don't want to be, you know, carrying that around with me. You know, when I first started up there, I used to bring it home, but then I asked permission to leave my stuff in one of these like sheds, and I was able to do that. And once I've got my shelter kind of like near complete, I just left them up there. I didn't have to put them in the shack because the door's got like a padlock on anyway. But last time I went up there, I noticed that there's still rain getting through, so I need to sort out that roof again by putting another fucking like tarp up there. Who's got a spanner? I think most of you have got spanners on here actually. I think there's only my moderators on here watching at the moment who's got spanners. I should actually be watching it through StreamYard so I can actually do that. Do we need this vaccine? Does it work more than a few months? They said it might not. Well, no. I think that's just a waste of fucking time, isn't it, really? I don't think it's like with any medication, it's not going to be 100%. You know, if they brought out a wonder drug, a wonder cure, they could cure anything. Just think what the world would be like now. You know, one pill that could cure everything, every illness. It put all the fucking like businesses, you know, out of business, wouldn't it? You know, all these pharmaceuticals or what you want to call them, all these like, you know, big buildings that sit there for days and days and weeks trying to like, you know, bring out another tablet or cure for like, you know, headaches, anxiety, stress, cancer, heart disease, lung disease, all that kind of stuff. If there's one company that could do that and it cured everything, you know, partial blindness, you know, hearing, you know, it's a drug that cured every major problem in a human body. That'd be crazy, but it'd never happen. And if there was, which there ain't, but if there was, then it'd be put in a safe, like, you know, it'd be put in a safe somewhere, you know, and only the government would be able to access it, and the government would be using it itself, and like, you know, the civilians, the population of each country still suffer with all the like illnesses, you know. But I ain't going out. They want me to take it, they'll have to come to me and give me it. And that'd be under pressure. So I'll be kicking and screaming and punching and scratching. Fuck off. I'm not having it. I'm not having it. How do I know that you not put a micro dot with that virus into it? Because like with like normal cold flu, they always put like a micro strand of that or something similar to it. But like the cold flu, you know, the flu virus. Even one of the nurses told me that. You know, they get they find out what the strain is, and they distract, you know, so much from that strain, and they put in medical, you know, tablets and whatever, you know, and you go and take your flu jab, and you know, you might not. It happened to me. Honestly, it happened to me. Every time like flu or fires came around, I was okay. You know, I might have had a cough or a sneeze, yeah, but I always like treating myself like, you know, with antibiotics. Time I've decided to take the flu jab, yeah. That one time I was sick for 6 weeks. And when the next one was due, you know, I said, I'm not having it. She goes, why not? I said, because the last one made me sick. She goes, well, they do put like a little touch of the strain in, so it kind of like combats. It helps to fight off, you know, the main strain. I said, I don't give a shit. I'm not having it. And every year, like this year, I've had like about 15 text messages saying about my flu jab. I'm not having it. Fuck them. I'm not having it. What are they going to do? Come and arrest me and pin me down and stick a needle in me? Well, they've got to get through my door first. And my door's got 3 fucking bolts on it and double locks. Even if I did something wrong, even the police would have a problem trying to kick the door down. You know, they wouldn't be able to like smash it in with their big, like, you know, their metal bar thing that they use when they do go breaking in people's houses. And one big punch and just knock the door down. It's going to take like several times, you know, several attempts to get into my fucking flat. And it's like they got a ladder and like jumped onto the balcony and like, you know, smashed the window that way. A lot of people have got to do schoolwork online now. They reckon 8th of March, the government, is when they might consider letting kids go back to school. Well, like I said earlier, just think on what it's caused kids nowadays, you know. Kids get bored. You know, they can't go to school, see their friends. Causing more crime rate. So, I'm wondering what movie to watch after I've had my dinner, because my stomach still keeps rumbling. You've been fed. You can go outside and eat your dinner. I'm not picking you up because you're always molting. You never stop molting. That's the hell just bored off me right now. Don't me up to me. No. No, I'm not picking you up. I'm not picking you up. Shut up, little shit. Now I'll stroke you. That's all you're getting. You little shithead. Keep shitting on the floor. I'll pull your towel off. Don't go underneath the chair. Put your bum down. You've been spaded. I ain't touching your dirty, smelly ass. Get away from my drink. And that one. Well, I'm going to go, guys. I need to eat. My stomach's rumbling like crazy at the moment. I'm surprised you can't even hear it. But I will try my best to be on Sunday. Probably do a doll session. Ouija board, maybe. Oh, pardon me. Maybe a Ouija board. Maybe the ghost box as well. Yeah, loose cotton. Yeah, maybe a Ouija board, ghost box, doll session. So, I'll catch you later. Have a good weekend when it gets here. It's Thursday now, isn't it? So have a good Friday. Have a good Friday afternoon or Friday day. And have a good weekend. And I hope to see you Sunday night, if I remember, and if I'm feeling energetic and okay to do one on Sunday. Right, later all. I've got to go, so I'm hungry. Catch you later. Night.